one more person. You? Is that you?
Not me. It's okay. Just let them be.
Okay, so I will move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I also like this school, because sometimes I go to school, but I have 2 lessons of literature at the beginning of the day. So you will be very tired. But when you go to this school, you can do it later in the 2 last lessons of the day. So it will be less tired for you. And you'll be full energetic from the beginning day to the end of the day. Um, and the thing that makes it a good book is the author can put herself in the student mood, situation. Yes, the author can put herself in the student situation. She knows that parents wanted a children to be a good children, timid, kind, good at everything that they want, but no, she thinks the opposite. She thinks that children must have their childhood. The best thing they can do, they can play, they can play you, they can learn, but they do have some moments in their life.
That's very
So,
true.
yeah, when I said that, I want to relate to a story in this. Every
Sure.
day, this girl, Turtle Chan, um, she climbed, she climbed over the fences of the other of the neighbors of her neighbors, and all her dress was teared, and the fences teared her dress.
Tor.
Tore, yes, tore her dress every day. So every day she can, when she go to school, she wear a beautiful white, and she wore a beautiful white and have some flowers, red flowers in it on it. But unfortunately, in at the end of the day, it doesn't like at the beginning of the day. And every day she has a new dress just because the fans tore it out.
That is very sad.
Yes, you know you can
So she
feel
seems like
justice.
she has been bullied quite a lot.
Bullying?
Is that, yeah, bullied? Because her friends keep tearing her dresses. So that means,
No, no,
from
no,
what
no.
I
The
understand,
fans. I mean the fans, not her
oh, the
friends.
fans. Oh,
Yes.
fans. Okay.
If
All right.
if her friends tore her dress, it is unacceptable.
Yeah, that's definitely okay.
Unacceptable.
So she seems like a very adventurous
Adventurous girl.
little girl.
And her mom thought that she was given birth to a boy. I was thought so. At first, mom and dad thought that I was a boy. Because when I was a baby, I looked completely no. I have nothing look like a girl in my face.
Mm.
Nothing looked like a girl. From the eyebrow, eyelashes, nose, mouth, nothing looked like a girl. And when you see my picture when I was 1 year old, you would definitely think that I am a boy. Okay, so I will move on. What is this kind of book? It's kind of short novel. As far as I know, it is more than 300 pages. But because it is very interesting, so I already read it in 2 hours. And it only takes me 2 hours to finish that book because it's really interesting. Like, it describes all my childhood, the thing that I really had experience on. Sometimes I sat on the chair on the classroom in the classroom, but I look out the window. I see some people singing out there. You know, they sing to have to earn money for living. So I just see them all the lessons, and Toto-chan is like that. But she's even more, dangerous. She even called them to the. She even called them to come nearer, to talk to her, and to make all the class sing with her. And that when she called the singer like that, the teacher, like was full of anger. But then the teacher thought that, oh, I'm a good teacher. I'm not gonna be so angry with this guy. I have to be timid, so everyone knows that I am a good teacher. Yeah, she thought that. Also, she was full of anger with Toto-chan. And one more, students very like to draw on the table. You know that? Have you ever drawn on the table?
A lot of times. Be
Yes,
careful with very. Yeah, it's more of, instead of saying very like, it's really like. Okay.
yes, really like. Okay.
Yeah.
Students really like drawing on the table. So when the teacher told the students to draw the Japanese flag, Sato-chan, um, you know, oh, usually because the Japanese flag has the color of the sun and the shape of the sun, the circle right in the middle of the paper, and the paper is white, so you don't have to color them. But then she's the naughty girl, so she took the white crayon to cover all of the paper and then cover all the table where she was sitting. And the teacher complained to her mom that has drawn all the table, and every student in the class made effort to delete them, to wash them, but they couldn't. To clean them, but they couldn't. So in the end, the author gives a conclusion that her even if her mom was that teacher, she would cry immediately because she don't know what to do with this girl, and she couldn't understand why she would have a so naughty daughter like that. Okay, so why people should read this book? First of all, reading this book and every kind of book, I will say in general, and then I will come to details. Okay, so when you read this book or every kind of book, your mind will be broadened. You have many sides of, you will have more knowledge about every subject in the world. You can read many books as you want, but as long as it is the allowed topic, you must not read the topic that is not suitable for your age. Yeah, some stories will be dangerous. If you read you can read as many books as you can, and parents should encourage them to read book more. Secondly, to come to detail, this book describes a real childhood of everyone. And this book for real, it is the real, because in there it has some details about the Second World War in 1945. So at last, the Toman school was destroyed because of the Second World War. You know that Japan was dropped to nuclear bombs.
Yes. In
Yeah,
Osaka.
so it destroyed all the people there, all the school, Tata-chan, the principal, his wife, and every student there. It destroyed them. What a sad
Oh,
story, I know. I knew.
that's that type of story. Oh, it's a very sad type of story. That ending.
No, it has a good ending, not sad
Hmm.
ending. This is the ending was told when Toto Chan finished the fifth grade, she left the school, and then many years later, she come back to the school, still the principal, still his wife, and but there are some new small changes to have the library, the auditorium, the the sports field, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and but the author put a little star next
Mm.
to yes I will try to she put this next to the ending, and then at the
That
end of the yeah and then
it's
at the
called
end of the
asterisk.
yeah at the end of the page she wrote all the truth that the school was destroyed in the Second World War.
That is very sad.
Yes, so that's what I think about that book. I really love it.
Are you still gonna be talking about more things?
Yes, I'm gonna be talking about more things.
All
Okay,
right.
so this um so I want to give a conclusion for this. So for this book, it is the bestseller book of the year um 2014, and also it was given the prize, not the prize. Okay, it was given many prizes about the best book of the year and also the best book for the children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the last thing I want to say is I want to encourage all you, and I want to persuade you to read book more, even children book. I read that was the children book that's suitable for 10 years old girl and 10 years old boy, but I still read it. Now I love children book more than the adult book that I should have read because they are very yes, they're cute, and they make me remember about my childhood. When I was a girl in primary school, I was really naughty. I play with the boys. Sometimes I can play football and basketball. Very naughty. But then, when I read the book, I saw me actor in that story. But I wasn't. But my mom didn't have to, like, meet this. I didn't have to meet the principal like that
At
girl.
least.
Yes. If
No.
so, she would shout at me a lot. Okay, so do you have any question about this book?
Okay. About this. What's the name? Can you just give me the title of the book? I think I would want to read this book. It seems
Okay,
like a really good one.
really, really good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, currently I'm not doing much. That's why I do want to do more, which is read more books
There.
also. Toto-chan. Next. Sounds like a very interesting book. Okay, so you did introduction and what's book? Okay, in general, for all books, okay, I do want to ask you, what makes a good book? You did hit on two things right now. A good book, well, more like one. A good book can make a person relate to the story. Yeah, that was one. And I like how you gave your experience on how you and the character of that book you were able to relate to the girl because you felt like,
Can you wait a minute?
okay.
Okay, so you can start.
Yeah. you're able to relate to this girl, this character. So that's what makes a good book. Can you tell me what other points, um, what other reasons, maybe, what's this called? What other points make a good book? What makes a good book? There you go.
Oh, so I think that the factor that make a good book is the author can put herself in the in the character's situation.
Mm-hmm. That's being able to fill in their shoes. Yes.
Yes,
What else?
be in the other shoes. I like the detail. Sometimes, um, sometimes I like the not. I like the fiction. So
Mm-hmm.
in the fiction book, in the fiction book, I like it um, because the author can create many details, such as the Harry Potter book. Such as
Yep.
the Harry Potter, yes, the Harry Potter book. The author J.K. Rowling can make many words and many details that are unreal, such as the bloom, yes, the broom, yes, the broom. People can fly
Yeah.
on the broom, and the one. I like the one, and also
Yeah. I would want to have
seen that
flying brooms
film.
too.
Yes, if you have seen the film, you will
Mhm.
really like the party, the meal that I eat every day.
Oh yes. The Great Hall. I do remember
Yes,
that. Yeah, Harry Potter was one of my childhood stories that I read a lot. I read Harry Potter books more than one time, all of them.
I have read
But
that
yeah,
Turtle Chan book for more than 5 times.
nice.
Yes,
Have you read a book?
I came to it very
Mhm.
naturally. At first, mom told me to read that book, but that at that age, I don't want to do what mom said, so I just said yes, and I read it without
I
understanding
see.
the
Okay.
details. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like you read the alphabet. You read, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't understand just a thing. And
Oh
then
yeah, that's
the
true.
next time, um, I still remember, like that time I don't have anything to play, so I find a book. So I was reading
I see.
from this
Mm-hmm.
shelf. So I read from the top to the bottom, and then I found that book, and then I find it interesting, very interesting. Some books I only take. It only took me 1 hour to read. For some more than 100 pages, it only took
Mm-hmm.
me 1 hour to read.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
can read a book
So
at a
that's
fast.
another. Actually another part hit on with what makes a good book. That it makes you feel like you are there, like Harry Potter books, right? You, as you said, that there were details, and because of these details that J.K. Rowling wrote, and you read it, it makes you imagine that, oh yeah, I can imagine how Harry looked like, imagine how the Great Hall looked like, or Hogwarts. Yeah, they good books transport you to another place. Yeah, transport. Okay. Have you read books that made you cry?
Yes, I have read a book that made me cry.
How
That
many?
book, I remember it. It is about a it is like based on the song "Waiting for Love." You know that song, but you must have seen the lyric, the lyric video. A boy and a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and then at
I think
last
so.
they can't find each other because the boy the boy grow up every day, and when he was a teenager, he had
Mm-hmm.
to be a soldier in the army.
Oh, what
Yes,
happened to the
and
dog?
the dog run to find him. And then when the dog find him in the war with a broken leg, they come to home, but unfortunately they both died when the
Oh, that's
way
so
come home.
sad. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So currently we have 4 things that makes a good book. So that means in turn, bad books doesn't have these 4 things. Elicit feelings. When I say elicit feelings, it makes you feel. It makes you cry. It makes you happy at certain points. Yeah, it makes you feel, or a character maybe, or a situation there. Experience basically. Yeah. And they have good details of the book that you are able to imagine. And because you are imagining, port you to another dimension or another place. Maybe you want to be in Italy, go find a book which is about Italy. Yeah. So this is a
Okay,
novel,
so
right?
good book makes you feel and can
Mm-hmm.
transport you
Yeah.
into the situation of the story.
Yeah. Not only situation, but another dimension, as you may say. Okay. And sometimes when a good book is finished, how do you feel when you finish a book and you feel like this is one
I
good
feel
book?
sad. I feel sad and I feel angry. You know what I feel sad? I feel sad that it
Mhm.
ends too quickly, and I feel angry because why did the author write more?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
That's what
it's just
happens.
like
Mhm.
you know the story 1001 Night.
I think I heard about it. Yes. Okay, what happened?
It is the Indian
Okay.
story. Yes, so
Mm-hmm.
there was a king and and a girl. The king wanted a person to tell story very very good that keep him awake all night. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that girl can tell story very well, and you know the surprise detail.
What?
You know the you know what is the surprise detail?
What is it?
You know the okay, so I have to use the Google Translate. Wait a minute a little bit.
Sure, no problem. Okay.
You know the climax situation.
Okay, what was the climax?
You know when you read a killing story,
Mm-hmm.
when you know the
Don't worry,
moment.
I know what a climax is.
Yes. Okay, so what I
It's
mean
the height.
surprise. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean a surprise detail is when the go into the house and then put the gun out. That is when the surprise detail. Okay, so come back to my story. Um, people would have to keep him awake until the
Mm-hmm.
the sun goes up until the sun goes up, or that people will die. And for 1001 night, the girl tell him the story. And then every time the sun and you know her story was really really long. That every time the sun goes on means that means one surprise detail.
Ah.
She can, what do you call that? Climax situation, right?
Yes, climax.
Yes. So when the sun goes on, it means the climax situation. For example, when she tell him a killing story, as I said, 1 minute before the sun goes on, she told that the crime go into the house, and he put the gun out, take the gun out, and
Um,
that's when the sunrise go, and that's when the sunrise. So she was safe.
oh,
She was really, really smart.
yeah. Crazy. She's a crazy girl. Okay, another question I do have for you. Because you said that the Toto-chan book was a novel. Can you name some more types of books?
You comedy book.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I only read. No, sometimes I read book, but I don't know what is the What's
The
the
type.
kind of book? Yes, what's the
Okay.
type of book? I just read comics.
Romantic comics,
Comics.
yes. The
Um,
one Harry Potter, what was it?
novel.
What kind of
Or
novel?
long novel.
Fiction.
Fiction. Yes. Oh,
You
fiction and
finished a
non-fiction.
while ago.
Fiction and non-fiction, right?
Yeah, fiction and nonfiction. And then there's still the romantics. There is also sci-fi. Do you know what's a sci-fi?
Science fiction.
Yeah, science fiction. Those are more into the aliens, the Mars, going to Mars and space. Yeah, that's sci-fi. And then there's the horror. One of the kiddie horror books that I used to read was Goosebumps. Have you heard about it?
Can you type it?
Yeah.
Sometimes reading horror book is even more. It is even scarier than watching film
Yes,
because
that's true.
your mind is really big. So when you read that book, you will, you imagine a
Yes.
a thousand scripts in your mind.
Yes, exactly.
Goosebump. I don't know that.
Yeah. Well, they made a movie out of it one time, and I prefer the books.
You prefer horror story?
Oh no, not really that I prefer the story. It's just that
This is the
be-
horror, right?
yeah, this one's horror. Goosebumps literally means for example, when you are cold, your skin starts to stand up, your hair on your skin starts to stand
Oh,
up.
this is the comic, right?
Not exactly a comic.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You have just killed me. I type goosebump on the Google and then I click on to image. It showed me a lot of things that really disgust me.
Yeah, don't don't Google that now. Google that in the morning.
No, in the morning
And
I have to go to school and I have no computer.
okay, all right then. Okay. So when you said suitable for age, what kind of books are suitable for different ages? For example, 10-year-olds.
10 years old, they should read the comic book, some short novel, or no. In Vietnam, we have in the on the book, on the cover of the book, they will write the age. For example, 10 plus.
Ah,
It means that's suitable for 10 and after,
mm.
or 10
But what?
10
Okay.
minus. It means that for the 10 and before it,
Below.
the
10 and
below.
below. Okay. All right then. Okay. Oh, they give you those. Okay. That's interesting. Because over
Or you
here,
can, or you can read the book to see what the script. So and then you will know that is that book suitable for your son.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
But
Oh
some
yeah,
book I read my
mhm.
mom's book and I thought it's so
Boring.
boring. It's very boring.
Which books were they?
You know, the Golden Rose and the Rainy Sunrise.
Mm, no, actually, it's
Okay, okay, hold
Rainy
on. Just wait.
Sunrise. Okay, interesting. Rainy Sunrise. Okay. All right.
No.
Well,
You know, I translated myself, so I don't know if that
oh,
book.
it's Vietnamese books.
No, it is the Russian book.
Oh, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Are you into Disney movies like Disney princesses and all that?
Yes, I love that. I love Disney princess.
Yeah, well, there are books, novels on the real on how things goes. Yeah, the real story of, for example, Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty. There are now they are not kid friendly.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Have you tried reading those?
No, I don't like that kind of drama.
Good. Keep away from those because it made me so sad. Yeah. Um, some of the books that I've read made me feel like I lost some people sometimes. Like I really lost a friend. So yeah.
Sometimes I read some book that I found that I lost myself.
Oh no. I see.
You know,
So
when
yeah,
I
those
read
are,
the
uh-huh.
when I read the um when I read you know when I read some book, some horror book, they said that if you you know you stare at one word and you sometimes you don't know what's that word. Suddenly, just a few seconds, you don't know what's that word. It means that you really have a problem. And I thought, oh my god, am I a ghost? Am I exist like that? I feel that
Uh,
I've lost myself. And
I
sometimes I've lost myself in a really interesting book.
see. So how long have you like what is your longest hours of reading a book?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay. Hmm. You've never gone
You know,
more than that? Mm-hmm.
no, that's the maximum.
Maximum. Okay.
You know the book Oliver Twist.
Yes. That's a classic.
Yeah, sometimes I found it really boring. That boy is, you know, he was taken to adopt so many times and then go in and adopt and then go in and adopt many times.
Yes. There was Oliver Twist, Black Beauty, Tom Sawyer, Little
Yes, Tom
Women.
Sawyer is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This book, The Story of a Life, by Constantine
Constantine Paust, Paustovsky. So hard to read the name.
Paustovsky.
Story of a Life. By
At first, you will think that it is some kind of, romantic, but no.
yeah, well,
I will say no.
yeah, well, people have different um genres that they like, different type of
Opinions.
books. Yes. So not all books will go
Oh,
for
and this
certain
book
people.
too.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you love to read. Ah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Read it. Okay.
That book tell you how to sell everything.
Yes. Yes. My husband read that too. Anywho, I'm glad that you really love reading books. Keep it up, yeah. Especially, please do read English books because from there you can already practice your English. You just have to be careful with some grammar. For example, for 4 hours with no stop, how do you fix that?
Without stop.
Without stop. Mm.
Without a stop.
Without stopping.
Without stop.
Yeah, without stopping
I thought
or
that
without.
we mustn't put stop in the verb ing.
Oh,
I was
you can.
I was taught that we
Oh,
can't,
yeah?
we couldn't use that. No, maybe Vietnamese teachers cannot as good as you.
Okay. Okay,
They're
if they
kind
don't
of
want to use.
classic teacher, very boring. Old and very boring.
Okay. Well, if they don't want to use without stopping, without
You know, just
interruption.
imagine like everybody
Mhm.
said that you are the best student of the class. But when the English lesson come, the teacher say and you couldn't understand just the word she said.
That is very interesting. Yeah.
Really, really simple word, but she couldn't spell it really well.
Oh, well, if they do plan to teach English in your school, tell them to please be careful. Teachers over here.
They can pass the qualified test, but they can't. But they don't have to have. But they didn't have to have the speaking qualification.
Oh, I see, I see.
We just care about the grammar.
Okay. All right. Um, how's this? Next week. Eh. Yeah, this one is very good for you in terms of books. So tell me, what are other things that you really like? I notice you like books and you like selling your cakes. You're
No, I
very
have stopped. I have stopped. I have stopped.
yeah, I know. You did tell me before, but when you were really talking about your cakes, you were very fired up. So I am trying to figure out what's a
No, you
good
can't figure
topic.
out me. Even I couldn't figure out what is my passion.
Oh, you,
No,
you do need
I really like geography. Yes, I really like geography.
you like geography. You like the weather.
Just I like the
Still
weather.
remember. I still do remember that.
Oh my god, I remember one of my childhood memories. Really.
Oh, which is?
I really waste time of sleeping. You know, every day my grandmother wake up so early, 4 in the morning, 4 in the morning, yes, and then because I slept with her, so 5 in the morning I woke up to watch the weather forecast.
Mm-hmm.
Just because my neighbor was the weather woman.
Ah. Oh, that does explain why you want to
Yes,
be
so
one.
I woke up 5 in the morning, and then when I come to school, you know what happened?
Very sleepy already, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so can you move to another meeting because there are less than 1 minute.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do come back, okay? We're gonna end this
Okay,
call
so can
and
you
just come
tell
back.
that person move to the
Um,
third person?
yeah. I don't know if she's there.
Yes, you know who?
Yeah, I do know her. Hold on a sec.
Okay, so I will quit it. You will
Yeah,
end the
yeah.
meeting, and then she had to leave.